Hey guys, Joe here, and here we are to talk about the top 5 Nintendo JRPGs, or Japanese role-playing games. Most of these are turn-based, but not all of them are, just so you know. If you do enjoy, make sure to leave a like, and comment down below what are your personal favorite JRPGs, because there are a lot, but let's get this started. Tales of Symphonia was one of the, if not the highest appraised Tales game of the entire Tales franchise. It has one of the most gripping stories of all time, especially in the franchise, and even though it does look a bit childish, it is really gripping and really good. And it had some other really good stuff, such as best character development that you could pretty much find anywhere. It was so good. It was personally one of my favorite games. The combat system was a lot different from other games, and this created a new mix into the pot of JRPGs and just regular RPGs. It was a very polished game with a few re-releases for Nintendo and also a few re-releases for non-Nintendo consoles alike. Fire Emblem Awakening hit the market by storm when it was first released on the 3DS in 2013. The previous games in the series were not really doing Fire Emblem justice, and the sales of those games have shown that. As a last-ditch effort though, the Fire Emblem team decided that they should put all the features that they wanted from the previous games and all the effort that they could muster into the brand new Fire Emblem game, and luckily for the team, it actually worked. They had created another masterpiece after a long time and finally had some money in their pockets. But what really made this game shine? Well, for starters, there was one of the best combat systems in all of the Fire Emblem games, and just all JRPGs in general. You acted as a tactician, moving around units and going for attacks or defenses all the time. The great part about this game though is that you can actually attack with your main character, a function that you could not do in the previous games in the saga, and to boot, the game actually has an amazing story and a plot, and features stuff like marriage that allows you to really level up your people, allows you to get some boosts, and really does a lot of stuff that can help you enjoy the game. If you haven't picked up Fire Emblem Awakening yet, and you do have a 3DS, I would recommend you go and get it as soon as you can. Bravely Default is the modern days era version of a classic Final Fantasy game, which we haven't seen in quite a while. It has the maps from the early games, and has job systems, and has all those sparkly effects that you have come to know and love. This game has amazing character design and development for all the people that you play. Many times in the story you'll use only one person at a time, and just grow with that certain person, rather than trying to tell story and backstory of the whole cast at the entire time, which usually doesn't work. The visuals are pretty mature, but not too bad, and they should be suitable for any teen. The music in this game is absolutely incredible, with many tracks that I would listen to just by themselves. Also, a nice thing about this game is the voice acting, and it doesn't completely suck compared to a lot of other JRPGs that are Americanized. There is also an option to keep the Japanese sound and subtitles, which will allow you the original feeling and pretty much a better voice, but there is a ton of reading. Finally, the game does have a ton of long-lasting appeal to players. It is a very long game that will take many hours for you to sink your teeth into, and even more to complete the game. If you really want a new good game, and a game good in terms of value, this is a great pickup. Golden Sun was a classic, cold classic release back in the time of the Super Nintendo JRPGs. It really showcased the amazing 2D graphics that you could get for the time, and it was one of the first actual good portable RPGs with an actual good plot. Even though Pokemon was there, it didn't really have a good plot. It was a game rich in questing and adventure, great for all kids with Game Boys at the time. The game revolved around Isaac trying to save a few of his friends that had been kidnapped, and reversing the power of alchemy so then it doesn't get out. The game uses many other functions from other RPGs, like combat and the traveling system, just finding companions on the way. The best part about this game is definitely the combat though. There is Psi Energy, which will act as magic, and there's physical attacks that all vary from character to character. It is a quick and challenging system that will reward smart choices and very smart item use, but it doesn't take way too long to get through the battles. If you want to pick up a nice, older portable RPG, then Golden Sun will be a great pickup. Chrono Trigger was and is still one of the best JRPGs ever made. It has a great story that still sticks with you, with an extremely interesting plot that's very different from other ones, and it has many ways to combat with a extremely interesting combat system. Also, it does have a lot of lovable characters, which didn't actually happen too much at the time. Chrono was made by a lot of famous developers also, which was probably why it got so big, but one was in particular Akira Toriyama, which was the creator of Dragon Ball, one of my personal favorite series, so I do really like this game. The game had you play with a new time traveling mechanic, which was ingenious at the time, and nobody else really had. It let you go back and forth, seeing changes over time, and lets you progress in the plot, of course. The game itself is huge and a masterpiece to play, with many elements that appear for the first time in this game. If you want to play a very classic JRPG, then Chrono Trigger is the one for you. thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like or press that comment button and comment what your favorite JRPG is. Hopefully, we'll get some comments down below, and then we'll just try to do that. So yeah, do that, and if you do like Chrono Trigger, type the word Chrono, and let's see if anybody does that. I know last time I did meat, but it didn't work very well. Maybe it'll work well this time. But thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.